Yo, my people, damn, CFC, Realist Blue, back with another video. And it's been a minute, man. I'm sorry for not even uploading like a video for the last couple of days, man. But man is back in full effect and didn't even expect us to be this busy during the January transfer window. So much news has come out, so this will be a long video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on notification, bro. And I hope that you all man, just show me all that support and have a great week, man. Match preview will be out later on today, so yeah, man, check that out and watch along settings tomorrow for our game of versus Morecambe in the FA Cup. But now, let's get into the news, man, and gonna start off with Liam Delap, and these are just things that Ben Jacobs has said. So look at this. Chelsea remain extremely keen on Liam Delap, and he is expected to be subject of bids this summer. The player is open to a move to Stamford Bridge. Hey man, this is good news, and we already saw what Liam Delap can do. Like, guy was, even though he dived against us, because now seeing that he did dive, but he is a person who has high energy levels, can press very well, and he's only 20, 21. The kid has a bright future, a very bright future, and he would be keen on coming to Stamford Bridge. But it's a thing where it's like, would Chelsea, would Ipswich allow him to leave? Probably not. They probably wouldn't want to let him leave because they don't probably have a good adequate backup. They'll probably have to go sign someone else. But why would they let him go mid-season? So yeah, man, this is just a thing where you have to just wait and see what happens in this space, because he is a good player, but there will be other teams who's available. And Liam Delap is someone who came from Manchester City's academy. So, hey man, they have a buyback clause. They could potentially activate that, but how are they going to do that? They got Erling Haaland. If Liam Delap goes there, he ain't getting no game time like that, even though he wouldn't get much game time here. But it'll be more of a similar project where we have so many young players and we'll bring them through. Plus Nicholas Jackson, he hardly gets taken off. We have Marc, we have Christopher Nkunku, who apparently is a striker, but realistically they don't really get too much game time. Liam Delap would be someone that Maresco would use because he's worked with him in Manchester City's youth team, and yeah man, he would be a great fit for us. But personally speaking, we just have to just wait and see what happens. He would be a player that could give Nicholas Jackson some competition, but not too much, because Nico would be, for me, is a more complete player right now and has more experience. But we just have to wait and see what happens. This is what Ben Jacobs had to say. I want you guys to let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. And on just more things from Ben Jacobs, but this is in regards to Christopher Nkunku. So look at this. Chelsea would prefer to keep Christopher Nkunku, but if the forward does ask to leave, an exit is not entirely out of this question. And reference to Matt Lord, this is what he had to say. I'm confident he will go. It's just whether it's January or summer. If they get a good bid for him, they will accept it. And this is something that man said in the past on other videos, and I'm not necessarily surprised, because you see someone like Christopher Nkunku, he is a quality player, someone that I rate very highly. It's just unfortunate how things have gone on for him at Stamford Bridge ever since he came last season. He was meant to be our original number 10, playing behind the striker, but then he got so many injuries, and then we saw the rise of Cole Palmer. And after that, we can't be benching Cole Palmer, for which going to be 100% honest. And it just made it quite difficult. On top of that, we signed Joao Felix. It moves Christopher Nkunku into a position where he's added as a striker. That's what Maresca has said many times. But yeah, it's frustration situation for him. You've seen him come on, he's not really doing a lot in terms of like energy wise, and it's just because he's just getting kind of frustrated, and I could understand that because of the quality player that you are. And with next season being a World Cup year, he will probably have to leave. So he will probably have to leave. He's had links with PSG as well. He could return back to France. He probably will leave. I'll be real to you, he probably will leave. Whether it's this January or next summer, we would just have to just wait and see in it. But he is a quality player. Chelsea wouldn't want to sell him. They probably would. We wouldn't want to sell him. But if a good bid does come in, they would accept it. And it's just how the game goes, man. Unfortunately, but Christopher Nkunku will most likely leave in 2025. Unfortunate, but it's just how things go, and that's what Ben Jacobs and Matt Lowe had to say. So let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Do you want Nkunku to stay? Would you rather him go? Is this the best option for him? Let me know. Now to move on to more news, and this in regards to our centre-backs. Centre-back transfer targets. So Chelsea like Bournemouth centre-back Ilya Zabani, but don't see a deal being done for him this month. Chelsea have also looked at Ronald Araugo, but also don't see that being done this month either. Two quality players, two very quality players. Bournemouth, they've been doing well on the defensive front. Zabani, yeah man, he is a very good player, and surprisingly enough, this is a team we're playing next week in the Premier League. We've already seen how these guys have done very well, keeping clean sheets, let's say against Arsenal, and just moving high up the table. This is a team that's in like the top 7 of the Premier League right now. They have a very good defensive record, and Zabani is a leading threat with that. So I'll be honest, man, he is a very, very good player and has potential to be someone that's very good. And with Wesley Fofana, even though I haven't done a video on that, but he is expected to be back with the next 4 to 6 weeks. We still need a centre back for now because Tosin isn't necessarily doing that well. I can't say he's not necessarily doing that well, but compared to Fofana, it's just not the same. We have Josh Akumpong, and he done very well in the last game, and he could get some game time. But obviously, the board are just thinking to add more players to the Arsenal. No pun intended, obviously, just our Arsenal. And just trying to do the right things in terms of having these amount of players. But I have to just wait and see. Ronald Araugo, he is a quality player, a Uruguayan international, Barcelona. Like, he is a very good player. It's just a thing where he's had numerous amounts of injuries. And personally, I wouldn't want us to necessarily sign him like that because it's just more injury-prone players. We need more players with a proven track record to stay fit the majority of the time. And even though he has been good, obviously played the Copa America last time with Uruguay, done very well. Like, this is a player who, yeah man, he is a quality player, but it's just waiting to see how much he will do his thing. But I'd rather us sign Zabani because he's more Premier League proven, and obviously we still have Josh Akumpong who can play alongside Levi Cole, Wesley Fofana can come back, as well as Tosin Adarabioyo. So let's just wait and see how these things go. Do you think Chelsea should sign Zabani? Do you think we should sign Araujo? Let me know down below. Now let's move on to more news, and this in regards to Andrey Santos. I have always been told Andrey Santos will spend the season at Strasbourg and come back as a first-team squad player. They fully commit and believe it's the best. I have heard nothing to throw me off that path, but never say never with this ownership. And that is very, very true. And this is someone that I rate very highly. This is Andrey Santos doing his thing right now for Strasbourg in League One. Like, this guy has just been absolutely amazing. One player of the month numerous amounts of times. Like, sometimes captaining the side for Strasbourg. Like, quality players, seen him play at the Under-20 World Cup for Brazil. He is a phenomenal player, and the future is very, very bright. Brazilian, and he has made a senior debut for the Brazilian national team. Hasn't been called up too many times, but with next season being a World Cup year, he could stake his claim to being called up into the Brazil national team, and that would be very, very good for him. And like I said, I think the best thing for him is to stay at Strasbourg. We've had things talking about, oh yeah, we could potentially bring him back, but that is not the best move in my opinion. It is not the best move in my opinion. Like, you have to just wait and see how it goes. But this is a very, very good talent. Someone that could play as a 6, as an 8, can do a lot, the full package, and he's only going to get better as time goes on, barring any injuries. So let's just wait and see how this goes, because obviously you never know with the ownership. If something does happen, you can never say never. You have to just wait and see. But I don't think Andrey Santos should be brought back this January. I think he should just wait until the summer, because we have enough, and could potentially sign someone else or bring back Leslie Ugochukwu, who I will get on to later. So leave him in France to continue his season, collect up all these awards, and then come next season, he's full of high energy and just more positive vibes. Because who's to say that if he comes here now, he will be playing as much as he does at Strasbourg? Just don't disrupt his pressure, don't disrupt his season, leave him there, and then bring him back next season. That's just my thoughts on that, and that was reported by obviously Matt Law. So yeah, now this is something that I did not see coming, and this is on Kobbie Maino. So on Kobbie Maino, it's true to say Chelsea like him, but aware of anything happening there. He's on a list, but he's not available. There has been no conversation or discussion on him. I think he will probably end up signing a new deal with Man United. And this, like I said, this is something that I didn't see coming. Like, when I saw it, I'm thinking, really? Like, Kobbie Maino, like, he is a quality player, but United, like, there's a thing where like they're trying to obviously sell players because so they can make more profit, and he only has 2 years left on his deal. He's trying to sign a deal at least 200k a week, maybe even more. These are the things that Man United are going through right now, and similar to us, they're trying to look at pure profit and that, because they are scrutinized by financial fair play. They don't necessarily have a lot. They don't necessarily have a lot to talk about. I mean, not necessarily a lot to talk about. They don't necessarily have a lot to offer. They're going through a difficult time. This is their worst start, or just their worst season so far in the Premier League, and most likely set a new position lowest this season. Something that I'm very, very happy for. But yeah, man, Kobbie Maino, like, he is an incredible talent. Someone who's came onto the scene last season and just blew up. Then had his Euros as well. He is a very quality player. But do I think we're going to sign him? No. I personally don't think that we are going to sign Kobbie Maino. This is far from happening. Like Matt Law said, he'll probably end up signing a new deal at United, because if they sell Kobbie Maino, that could alienate the fan base. One of their homegrown talents, one for the future. This guy is not even 19 yet, and he has a very, very bright future ahead of him. So if they were to do that, that would alienate their fan base already, not to say that they haven't been alienated already. So yeah, man, that's just my thoughts and opinions on Kobbie Maino. Quality player, but with guys like Andrey Santos, who will be here next season, we don't necessarily need him like that. We still got Leslie Ugochukwu, who we could potentially bring back as well. So let's just wait and see in it. But that was on the news for Kobbie Maino. Let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions down below. And look, this is on Leslie Ugochukwu now. I think there's a good chance Leslie Ugochukwu will return. It's just whether he then goes back out on loan or not. At this stage, I don't know. This is my honest answer. That's what my law had to say. And personally speaking, I think we should bring him back. He's been not playing too much at Southampton on loan this season. Potentially we should bring him back in case, so we can rest guys like Enzo, Lavia. Obviously not Lavia, Enzo, Caicedo. Lavia has been injury prone on and off this season. It's not necessarily that well, and obviously Kendrick Hall can play there. Cesare Casadei could play there. But Leslie Gushuku is just more bodies added it would be more beneficial for us to have more players, but there's no guarantees that if he does get called back from his loan that he will be at Chelsea. I think it would be a good decision for us to have him like that, but we just have to just obviously see how things go, see how this all plays out. So that's just my thoughts and opinions on Leslie Gushuku. Do you guys think that we should sign him? I mean, not sign him. Do you think, guys, we should bring him back and put him in the squad? Or should he go back out on loan? Let me know down below. And more news from Matt Law. And I have been told that depending on outgoings, Chelsea could look to accelerate transfer plans. They might be able to do things now rather than in the summer. It also depends on opportunities. That's what we're trying to say in terms of all this busy January transfer window. Like, the board feel like we could do many things right now, and if the opportunity arises, it makes more sense to do deals in January rather than wait till the summer. And I can agree with that. To get players in right now and not to wait until the summer. Obviously, we played the Club World Cup during the summer as well. We can integrate certain players into this team already and give them at least a good 6 months before the next season, just to build that confidence, build that relationships within the team, have new ideas for Enzo Maresca. I do believe that that would be a good thing, but it's just whether to wait and see what is going to happen. What opportunities will arise? We just have to just wait and see in it. So let's just hope that we can do some deals, but it just depends on what deals will we do. But this is looking like it's going to be a very busy January transfer window. So let's just wait and see on that. Now it's time to talk about Trevor Chalobah. Chelsea are interested in a swap deal for Marc Guehi involving Trevor Chalobah. However, wages could be a stumbling block. Chalobah could ask for more than his 80k a week at Chelsea. Also, Palace would prefer not to do a swap deal. And this is what they have to say on Marc Guehi. Centre backs were looking, or you talked about in this video, Zabani, Ronald Araugo. Marc Guehi, player who's very quality, one of our Cobham graduates. So we sold to Crystal Palace a couple of seasons ago for like 28 million. Quality player, England international. Future's very, very bright for him. And we potentially could do a swap deal. But Crystal Palace ain't trying to have all of that. They're trying to be like, They don't want none of that. And I could understand that, because it just lowers the amount of money that they could get potentially from Marc Guehi, who could potentially go for more than 50 million with how the transfer market goes. And if we're trying to get him in January, it's going to be even more difficult. So it's just waiting to see if there can be a compromise, anything met in the middle. But Trevor Chalobah could be used as a makeshift player in order to get Marc Guehi to Stamford Bridge. But obviously, like I've already talked about in this video, there is Zabani, there is Ronald Araugo. Who knows who else will be linked with before the end of the January transfer window, and who will we sign before the January transfer window ends? We'll have to wait and see. But that was reported by Sammy Mokbel. You guys let me know your thoughts and opinions down below on that. And now this is the final subject, and this from Fabrizio Romano, and in regards to Cesare Casadei. So Torino are preparing a new bid for Cesare Casadei with an important sell-on clause for Chelsea. Napoli are not willing to match Chelsea conditions. Napoli were linked with Cesare Casadei. We're looking to try and get him, but they're not willing to match Chelsea's conditions. We are literally trying to make profit off a guy like Cesare Casadei, someone that we brought in a couple of seasons ago for less than 20 million. We're trying to sell him for more than that. And hopefully that can be the case, because he is a decent player. Future's very, very bright for him, but it just hasn't necessarily worked out to be a star for Chelsea. He's done well, obviously, with the Italy international squad, obviously under 20s, under 21s, and he is a quality player. But it's just not fitting the Chelsea rhythm right now. and we could potentially obviously sign more guys, get Kobbie Maino in. Obviously, Andrey Santos is going to come back next season. There could be Leslie Guchuku. We need to make room for these kind of things. So it's just going to be a very, very interesting January transfer window. There's going to be more news, and even someone like Carney Chukwuemeka could leave for 40 million as well. He's a player that could potentially leave for 40 million because Graham Potter has signed as a new West Ham manager after they sacked their previous manager Julian Lopetegui. He could be going there for 40 million, and we're looking to try obviously sell players, because before we can bring players in, we need to sell guys as well. So a lots of ins, a lots of outs could be coming. We have to just wait and see. Watch this space. Make sure to check out CFC Realist Blue, because there will be a lot more videos coming, and my bad for not obviously uploading videos recently, but man is back, and match preview will be out later on, so make sure to check out that, and obviously tomorrow watch along as well as match review. Stay tuned for the content, and thank you for your support, my people. Damn, hope that you've enjoyed this video. Sorry about it taking too long, but I've missed out on a lot of news the last couple of days, so this had to be a long video. And yeah, have a good day, and as always, come on Chelsea, in a bit, my people. Damn, love.